Published 0313 est. The 18th of November 2017. Updated 1213 est. The 18th of November 2017. As the plane drops violently in the turbulence, I grab the side of my pod and my heart leaps. I'm flying upper class with Virgin Atlantic from Johannesburg to London on a Dreamliner. But turning left doesn't mean that turbulence is turned off. It just means the quality of the drinks being spilled is much higher. Jolt is so severe that the captain is motivated to apologize to those on board shortly afterwards. "Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen," he says smoothly. "We just caught the edge of a storm back there. I do apologize." Mile Online's Ted Thornhill flew upper class from London to Johannesburg and back. There are 31 espresso leather seats in the Virgin Atlantic upper class cabin, arranged in a 111 formation. Relax and sip my stonkingly good Chardonnay Pinot Noir, from New Zealand, chosen for the upper class wine list by elite London wine merchants Berry Brothers. Rudd and gaze around. My espresso leather seat is one of 31 arranged in a 111 formation and is supremely comfortably with lots of support. Plus, it has a little footrest that doubles as a seat for a friend, which even has its own seat belt. I feel nicely cocooned with leather-trimmed arched dividers on either side, preventing those next to me from spying. Which guilty pleasure I'm in. Okay, fine, it's Transformers. The screen is 11 inches across, which isn't industry-leading, but a definite step up from an economy screen. It's maneuverable too. It can be tilted up and down and pushed back and forth with ease. The seat is highly maneuverable as well, with buttons to my right that alter the recline angle. Back I go, while I lap up the Virgin Atlantic surface. The airline has a good reputation in this area, and the crew on the trip out to Johannesburg and on this return leg don't disappoint. They're friendly, chatty, upbeat and efficient. It takes a matter of seconds to be offered champagne upon boarding. The food served in upper class is excellent, with choices on Ted's journey including filet steak in a caramelized garlic sauce with dauphinoise potatoes and mozzarella carpaccio. And the restaurant standard tablecloth is a nice touch. The salt and pepper pots are very cool and highly coveted. They are stamped with a message pinched from Virgin Atlantis. Illuminating upper class seats can be reclined at the touch of a button left. But passengers must stand up and fold the seat over before using the lie flats, which right the bar is surely the pièce de résistance of the upper class experience. Ted highly recommends gathering here for a few snifters with one's traveling companions, and the fodder and food they bring to my seat is pretty gourmet. On the way out I tuck into a tender filet steak in a caramelized garlic sauce with dauphinoise potatoes with a refreshing tomato and mozzarella carpaccio for starters. Night I opt for a mushroom risotto and a panna cotta for dessert. Notable Nadufa approval touches include two very cool salt and pepper pots shaped like little propeller planes with the message pinched from Virgin Atlantic on the bottom and a proper linen tablecloth. Dinner over, it's time for a drink at the bar, surely the pièce de résistance of the cabin. It's while having a chin wag around this with my traveling companions and a few cheeky snifters that the upper class experience really takes off. But it isn't perfection. I like the feeling of being cocooned in Virgin's pods, but I've experienced business class seats with more storage space, on Finnair's A330, for instance. And while the seat folds down at the touch of a button into a very comfy flat bed, it has to be done in 2 stages. To go from reclining club-style seat to bed you need to stand up, fold the seat over, then hold down a button to flatten it. A seat that flattens in one movement would be ideal. And peculiarly, on the return journey, my duvet emerges from its bag feeling cold and damp. Clean, but wet. A stewardess informs me that one other person has flagged a similar issue. My guess is that it hasn't been dried properly by the laundry team. It doesn't put too much of a dampener on things, though. I've got a dry pillow and mattress, and once the Virgin Atlantic pajamas are on, yes, they hand them out mid-flight, I get a solid 4 or 5 hours sleep under some blankets fetched by the stewardess. And I wake up to a tasty English with a croissant and coffee. The upper class experience isn't over yet, though. I head to the stylish Revivals Lounge at Heathrow for a pick-me-up coffee and a banana. Virgin Atlantic has a good reputation for service, and Ted couldn't fault the staff on both legs of his long-haul journey. The Virgin Atlantic Clubhouse at Heathrow is rightly a legend among lounges. It features a 14 meters cocktail bar, a spa, and the staff distribute decent champagne without hesitation. Ted was allowed to sit in the captain's seat at Heathrow before takeoff. Here the captain reassured him that yes, I do know what all the buttons. Lounge offers a lot more though: showers, breakfasts, and even a shirt pressing service, so that anyone going straight to work can arrive looking pin sharp. It's impressive, but not as impressive as the Virgin Clubhouse we hang out in before our outward flight from Heathrow. This is so good it poses a threat to boarding the aircraft on time. It boasts a 14 meters cocktail bar, power showers and a spa that offers everything from haircuts to manicures. No wonder it's a legend among lounges, and I arrived there having been chauffeured in a flash Merc to a private check-in area by Virgin's limo service. There I'm in a queue of 0 and a member of staff even takes my bag from the boot of the car to the luggage conveyor belt for me, before I negotiate the private security area. Here one other solitary traveler has the effrontery to delay me by a handful of seconds. Virgin Atlantic Upper Class. The odd damp duvet aside, it's sheer class. Upper class fares to Johannesburg from London vary but cost from around £4,500 to £6,000 return. For more information visit www.virginatlantic.com.